Good evening to you. My name's Wayne. I am the Lone Headbanger. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's thing. So I do have a concept for this week. It's something I've bound to have covered previously, but it's something that I've been experiencing a lot lately, and that would be very much up and down moods. Up and down like a flipping yo-yo at the moment, I tell thee. I've had some news the last few days which hasn't been particularly good, and as a result my mood dropped really badly, and I was spending days pretty much lying on the bed and not being able to do anything. I was having to just literally just rest because my thoughts were that scattered, and I tried to distract myself by playing a game or putting music on or something like that, but I just couldn't seem to find any focus. So I just spent a couple of days I basically just stopped any of my normal activities and said, right, I need to sort my head out. Sorry about the squeaky chair. That is the chair and not me, you can hear, although my knees feel like they should be making that sound. I've just come back from a walk, so if I'm looking a little bit flustered, that would be why. Just did a couple of miles with a friend of mine, which is nice, so thank you, Ad. Greatly appreciated for your company and keeping me sane-ish and making me laugh, which is always good. But I have had the odd good day as well, where it feels like my meds have really kicked in. I've woken up in the morning and I've got up, done some stretches, done some press-ups, and that's really set me up for the day. I didn't do it today, or I can't remember if I did stretches and stuff yesterday. Monday. I didn't do it yesterday. I think I did. Yes, I did on Monday because I went for a walk Monday as well, and that's always the precursor. But I find if I can get out of bed and do them immediately. The problem is sometimes when you wake up, I don't know about you guys, but some of the dreams I've had been very odd. I remember last night's bits of it, and it finished on a very negative side, and I woke up feeling bad. And then the next dream I had, for some reason, I was pretty much naked down to my underpants, and I teleported myself from Kings Winford and somehow got into Stourbridge, and I was having to walk home from Stourbridge in my pants. No idea. No idea at all. But I woke up after that one in a cold sweat, so I don't know what was going on there. Very bizarre. But anyway, point being is that I woke up this morning feeling kind of deflated and rough, despite the hilarity of the dream afterwards. And it was really hard to find any kind of motivation. And I don't know whether that's... Ooh, sorry, nervous twitch. I don't know whether that's me, whether it's I need something different on my meds, whether my brain's trying to tell me that I need to do something. I wish I knew what was going on up there. So today hasn't been particularly merry, but I'm feeling a bit better now, and I thought I'd do my usual video. I think the point of today's video, I'm going to try and keep it short. I know I always say this, but I am going to try and keep it short this week. Is that sometimes it's a case of forcing yourself to do those little things that will help. Like I did my stretches and stuff this afternoon. At about 4 o'clock, I think it was. So I did them this afternoon rather than first thing I got up this morning. So I've still done them today, which is great. That's a mark off on Habitica, so that's good. And I've still done them, but it didn't set me up for the day. And I think tomorrow I'm going to try and get an early bed tonight. I was late going to bed last night. I wasn't late going to bed, I just couldn't sleep at first. And so I'm going to try and be in bed for midnight tonight, a reasonable night's rest. Ooh, nervous twitch again. Sorry. Yeah, try and get a reasonable night's rest, and then try and get up in the morning with a bit of revitalisation. I've got a lot of plans that I want to do the next couple of weeks. There's a lot I want to try and arrange. I was hoping this week would be the start of it, but with the news I had earlier in the week, it kind of ruined it a little bit. So I've just been kind of trying to get myself back to standard. But yeah, I mean, the main thing I'm struggling with at the moment is the motivation to do anything. I did put a Facebook post up this morning, in fact, saying about, I want to do, I'd like to, do these things, but I haven't got the level of self-love needed to motivate myself into doing it. And that's what I really need to work on. I've got no self-confidence now. Not a lot of self-love at the moment, so it's really difficult to motivate myself in when I don't really care. I know there are people out there that care about me, but unfortunately I need to care about me, and I don't. I'm feeling a little bit lost at the moment, so my moods, they're pretty much dictated by what I'm doing in the day. If I'm miserable and I'm not doing anything, then I'm low. If I manage to, push myself and do a couple of motivational things, and my mood builds up. But actually in myself, there's nothing at the moment really, which is a little bit strange and a little bit saddening. I don't know if that's the effects of the sertraline though, so I might have to move on to a different kind of medication. We shall see. But that's all I wanted to talk about really, was just the fact that moods, you when you're suffering with depression and when you're on medication, your moods can swing from day to day. Like some days I can bounce out of bed, do my stretches, immediately want to go for a run, and I'm, going and drum and be mega productive, and I'm like, yes, I'm going to take today by the balls and do unpleasant things with it, kind of thing, or something along those lines. But then, I could go to bed that night completely exhausted and content with what I've done. I could wake up the following morning having had nightmares, or not so much sorry, nervous twitch again. Not so much scary dreams, but uncomfortable dreams where it's causing me like something in the dream's causing me stress, and obviously then you wake up the following morning drained and miserable. And you just feel like you physically can't do anything. Like I said this morning, I woke up, I was sweating. I was absolutely drenched in sweat. And I woke up after that first dream, and then I fell asleep for about an hour, and it was after that second dream, the pants one, that I woke up in a sweat. So I haven't been asleep for very long, only about an hour or so. Yeah, it's amazing how much that can affect you and start you off for the day, or not start you off for the day as it is. But I did pick myself up when I did a couple of productive things, and as I said, I've levelled out it for a bit now. Had a good thrash on the drums, which really helped. Done some painting, some more Games Workshop stuff. As I say, I went out with Ad, my guitarist, for a walk. We did a couple of miles, we had a laugh, and that really helped. So that's what I would advise if anyone is struggling at the moment. Do the tiniest things. Baby steps. A friend of mine says baby steps won't make the massive changes that you need if you're still struggling after doing baby steps, and you need something more drastic. But sometimes you need those baby steps to start the ball rolling and realise what your next big change is. So we shall see. As I said, I've got things I need to plan. More about that a bit further down the line. I'll leave that there. I've rambled a little bit tonight. I didn't really plan what I was going to say. I just kind of had the subject. So it's a horrible world out there, as always, and it's cold again as well, freezing my proverbials off. But as always, guys, stay strong, stay safe, and I will see you next Wednesday.